So आपने नया वर्टिकल का पूछा था where we can have this sampling products as well as cosmetic जो अभी मार्केट में नया ट्रेंडिंग है.
Of course, if someone asks us, we say that you can have a machine if you have a staff of over 100 people there. We were told in the particular client's case that they were filing more than 10,000 purchase orders a month. After putting these machines, they said we've come down to 4,000 POs. Now the issue is that we are facing competition from other Chinese brands who are supplying machines at a very, very cheap rate here. How we are different from them, first of all, is the quality of the machines that we supply. The operator himself is not trained or has not got training from us prior to having the machines. He can still replace a part on his own through the help of our team over video call.
मेरा एक और क्वेश्चन है कि आपने करंट सिचुएशन तो बता दी, बट आपके हिसाब से अब वेंडिंग मशीन बिजनेस का फ्यूचर कैसा है?
So I think from what I see, the vending industry in India is still very new compared to the other Western countries or developed countries. That being said, our country is so huge with so many people, so much economic growth, so much foreign investment, new foreign companies, setting up their bases here. So the market for vending machines is definitely huge, and it will continue to grow. And we see ourselves not only because of our experience and the quality of machines that we supply, but I see that the vending machine industry will grow and continue growing. And we think that because of our position in the current market, because of our quality and after sales service that we offer, we should be in a good position for the future.
So definitely snacks and drinks are growing, and it will grow with the population we have, with the offices again starting. There will be huge number, even foreign investment is coming up. There are few new cities that are developing. We can say a gift city in Gandhinagar is one of the example where you are getting bigger companies coming in. So we have that potential. Apart from that, even industries are going with manufacturing units setting up.
I think so. Of course, the potential is big for the future, not only for the food and drink, but also the other verticals that we were mentioning. We see all the aspects of vending growing.
सर, आज की डेट में काफ़ी सारे वेंडिंग मशीन प्लेयर्स मार्केट में ऑलरेडी वर्क कर रहे हैं, तो आपके हिसाब से वेंडस्टॉप में ऐसी क्या एक खास फैक्टर है जिसकी वजह से लोग वेंडस्टॉप को चूज करेंगे?
That's a good question, but what earlier it used to be that there was only one company that was making machines locally. And that was our only competition, I would say. Okay. Now what has happened is that company is no more a competition because of a very high price increase and other reasons. Okay. But now the issue is that we are facing competition from other Chinese brands who are supplying machines at a very, very cheap rate here. They don't have any tie-ups. They will supply to anyone. Even if someone wants one machine, they'll supply it. And I know at least 4 or 5 people who are importing directly from them and they are reselling here. So that, in terms of competition, that is our major competition now. How we are different from them, first of all, is the quality of the machines that we supply. We were never cheaper than the other machines that were available here since we started. Okay. But our focus was purely on quality. So, and there are clients who understand that and who have been, with us since day one, and they are still buying from us. Because they have seen what our machines are capable of, what our support is, how how reliable we are in terms of after sales. Even if there is some small issue, we'll always be there for them. My technical head is available 24/7. Like, he has people calling up at 3 o'clock in the night sometimes, and he'll still answer and address their issues.
That's great.
So that is what we believe in. Of course, we have more people also now in that segment, but just to give you an example of my head, no other person at that level might do that, but we have a strict policy that no matter what, we have to address everything. So I think mainly it's the quality and the after sales. That is what differentiates us from these other companies. One other fact is that these other companies don't have any proper local presence. So if they have sold a machine to X customer, and if something goes wrong, they might not always have the spare parts to support that customer. And they might tell the customer that, okay, you have to wait for a month to, resolve this. Now, of course, the client has a machine sited at a corporate or wherever, he's running it, he can't stop the machine for a month. He's losing out on sales, he'll probably lose the customer because they'll just ask him to take the machine back.
Exactly.
Whereas we have full stock of spares at Baroda, where we are. And in certain cities now, we've started stocking spares at a local level also. for even quicker response. And usually for us, the downtime anywhere in the metro city is 24 hours.
Oh,
Anywhere.
okay.
And in a worst case situation, if we have to send that part from, let's say, Baroda, we say 2 days, because that's usually how long it takes for the part to reach
Part
there.
to reach to here.
And it will be immediately resolved by the local team.
All right.
So this is something we pride ourselves in, that usually it doesn't take more than 48 hours in a worst case scenario to make a machine up if it has been down.
All right.
Plus, our machines compared to others are very easy to fix now because of the design. There's only a few components that can actually fail in a machine.
All right.
And all these components, I won't go into much details of that, but all these components are very easy to fix, even if it's a new operator who has, let's say, a few machines, he doesn't have proper technical stuff yet. So obviously he relies on us for him to even fix the machine, fix the part into the machine,
exactly.
replace the part. Now it's come to a time where these kind of issues can also be resolved over a video call. It's as simple as that. Like even if the operator himself is not trained or has not got training from us prior to having the machines, he can still replace a part on his own through the help of our team over video call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is also something which,
Unique.
yeah.
हम लोग एट वेंडस्टॉप कस्टमर का पूरा रिक्वायरमेंट जानते हैं, उसको क्या चाहिए, कहाँ पर रखना है, कैसा मशीन चाहिए, कौन सा पेमेंट सिस्टम चाहिए.
All right.
उसका अगर नॉर्मल रिक्वायरमेंट होगा विद अ नॉर्मल यूपीआई बिल सिस्टम, देन वी ऑफर अ स्टैंडर्ड मॉडल which is a VSC01, in which you can have your snacks, biscuits, chocolate, cold drink can be stored inside a single machine, and it works with cash coin digital. It's an optional thing to a customer. वो सिलेक्ट करेगा, सपोज उसको यूपीआई बेस्ड चाहिए सिस्टम, तो वो डायरेक्टली इंटीग्रेट हो जाएगा, तो वो सीधा सेटलमेंट उसके बैंक अकाउंट में T+1 डे में हो जाएगा.
Okay.
सो कन्वीनियंस पार्ट भी इजी रहेगा और उसको बैक एंड में ट्रैकिंग भी मिल सकता है अगर उसको चाहिए तो. ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम, लाइव इन्वेंट्री चाहिए.
So yes, requirement is one. Plus, how we work is that we will, if someone client is asking for a specific requirement, if we can do it, then we'll commit to it and deliver on a timely basis. And of course, they'll get our best after sales support like we do normally with everyone. No matter if they have one machine or if they have 100 machines of ours, we will treat everyone in the same way. And also, we don't work on any wrong commitments ever. In the sense that if someone asks us for a requirement and if we can't do it, then we'll say no, that this is not what we can do. However, this is an alternate, approach to it. If you're okay with that, we can provide you. If not, then that's fine. That's up to you. But we will not, commit to anything wrong and then try to supply a wrong machine or some wrong system or something like that. We have been very transparent with everyone since day one, and I think that has also helped us to be where we are right now in terms of business or our relations with not only the big companies but with our operator clients as well. So one of the other reasons why someone should choose us, and this might not matter to everyone because it's usually not a big deal for people as long as machines work, but our machines are actually CE certified. So our machines are qualified to be sold even in the European market.
Okay.
And I believe that currently in India, we are the only supplier who has this certification for the machines, like a genuine certification, not something that, people just stick on the machine to say that they are CE certified, like an actual certification through the process or through a reputed company. So we have that as well. And that also helps us to, make sales overseas like we are doing now.
ओके. सीए सर्टिफिकेट के बारे में आप कुछ थोड़ा ब्रीफ दे सकते हो कि
CE certification. So this is a certification which is required usually for Europe for selling electronic, machinery and things in the Europe region. And of course, because it's a high level certification, so it is important to note that unless your electronic components and other things are not up to a certain level, you will not be able to get this certification. And that is why these other companies who are in competition with us now, they have cheaper machines and things, or they can, they don't have uniformity, like across the different models of machines, they might have different hardware also. So as a client, you might have to keep different spares for each of the models that you own. Whereas our case, it's mostly uniform. All your main components are the same across the full range of machines, unless it's a customized machine or something. So in our case, we are able to get this certification because we use only high quality electronics and other components. One other thing I would like to add when it comes to choosing us over the other brands available in the market is also the cost of ownership of our machines. What many people don't realize, especially the newer players who come into this segment, they haven't used the machines for long enough time to understand what kind of problems can arise. Whereas we have machines which are running for 5-6 years now without any major issues. So for the newer brands or the other competing brands, people don't have that much experience yet. So what happens is that over time, let's say you use a VENDSTOP machine for 5 or 6 years, your cost, whether it's for new parts or maintenance or anything, will be, for example, 30,000 rupees over the period of 4 or 5 years. In a competing brand, that will be significantly higher because of more failure rate of parts, which could probably reach even 1 lakh rupees in the same time period. So what people are not realizing yet, because they have been using these machines for maybe not even a year or at most 2 years now, and this is something they might realize after a longer time, is that it will be a lot more expensive. So if people compare VENDSTOP machines costs with these companies right now, it is just because they don't realize this. Otherwise, in the long term, our costs are actually cheaper than the other brands also. Secondly, the cost of our spare parts is also quite economical compared to these other brands. Some of them, yes, could be cheaper, but ours are also fairly economical.
हम लोग AMC भी ऑफर करते हैं, बट रेकमेंड नहीं करते हम लोग, बिकॉज हमारे स्पेयर पार्ट्स एंड मशीन क्वालिटी काफ़ी सुपीरियर है. कस्टमर को अगर AMC चाहिए तो वो एक्स अमाउंट में ले सकता है, बट रादर देन डायरेक्टली कोई पार्ट फेल होता है, दैट विल बी मच 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 चीपर देन टेकिंग एन AMC. सो ऑन अ लॉन्गर रन, सपोज कोई पार्ट उसका, सपोज AMC कॉस्ट अराउंड 20,000 हुआ, बट उसका इन द ईयर 5,000 का ही स्पेयर पार्ट्स का चेंज है, तो फिर AMC कॉस्ट ही क्यों लेना है? हम रेकमेंड ही नहीं करते ऐसी चीज़ें फिर.
Unless it is absolutely necessary, like when we work with larger companies, तो वो केस में they might have a requirement कि उनको AMC करना ही पड़ेगा, like that is their company policy. तो वो केस में of course we do it, but जब ऑपरेटर की बात है तो we are not promoting or pushing AMC much.
मार्केट में लोग हैं जो ऑफर करते हैं AMC, बट बेसिकली वो मशीन होंगी रिफर्बिश या सेकेंड हैंड. तो जो भी AMC आएगा वो थर्ड या फोर्थ ईयर के बाद शुरू होगा. जैसे अंकित जी ने बोला कि 30,000 कॉस्ट सपोज मशीन में आता है, बट यूजुअली अगर न्यू मशीन, ब्रांड न्यू मशीन होगा तो उसमें तो कॉस्ट है नहीं वाला, पता है हमको 2-3 साल तक तो कोई एडिशनल कॉस्ट होगा नहीं. माइन्यूट 1-2 मोटर का होगा, वो तो क्योंकि इतना यूजेज होगा तो वो मोटर का कॉस्ट आएगा वेयर एंड टेयर के हिसाब से, बट यूजुअली कोई बड़ा कॉस्ट होता नहीं है. AMC लोग ऑफर करते हैं. आजकल लोग सेकेंड हैंड जो दे रहे हैं मशीन, उसमें वो लोग पहले से AMC देते हैं, बिकॉज उनको पता है कि ये सेकेंड हैंड मशीन है, इसलिए AMC कॉस्ट आने वाला है. तो बेसिकली वो रिफर्बिश और सेकेंड हैंड मशीन अराउंड 3 to 4 ईयर्स पुरानी होगी, जो काफ़ी सस्ते में मार्केट में मिलेगी. और वो लोग फिर वेंडस्टॉप के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं जो ब्रांड न्यू मशीन देते हैं. वो मैच फिर हम लोग कभी कर ही नहीं पाते.
इसी से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है मेरा बिल्कुल, कि किसी को अगर आपको कांटेक्ट करना हो तो वो किस तरह से कर सकता है, क्या?
So people can find us online, like if they search for vending machines in India or any similar keywords, they can find us there. We have our website where all our contact details are mentioned. I specifically look at more into the foreign business side of things now. Ashish is more involved in the domestic sales, so usually he's the right point of contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have our presence in online social media market as well as website.
Okay.
And even India Mart kind of thing as well.
Yes. We are quite active on LinkedIn, on India Mart. Ashish handles India Mart himself, so he's always available. If someone tries to call, if someone messages us on LinkedIn, they can kind of get connected to me or him. We have a very specific team, I would say, that roles. In fact, all of us have very specific roles in the company, so we don't let each other overlap. So if someone tries to contact, we are very clear that he would be the first point of contact for sales. I have a technical head who's based in Mumbai who handles pan India after sales. So if anything goes wrong with the machine or if you need any help, then he's the right point of contact. So we have a very clear designation of the roles.
मैं अभी कुछ टाइम पहले YouTube पे कुछ स्क्रॉल कर रहा था, तो वहाँ पर मैंने देखा कि वैष्णो देवी में भी मशीन्स हैं जो वो चिक्की टाइप समथिंग प्रसाद कुछ करने के लिए, तो वो मुझे बहुत यूनिक कॉन्सेप्ट लगा.
Right.
तो ऐसी कोई यूनिक मशीन आप आपको उसको डिमांड आई है या आपको कुछ ऐसा?
Yes, we have given machines for the same purpose actually. So in Gujarat, we've had a few temples where we've given this, few of the famous temples there. Plus I think what was
जहाँ पर ₹10 डालो और 2 लड्डू मिले। मतलब वो दर्शन लड्डू के लाइन में नहीं रुकना पड़ता था, मशीन में से डायरेक्टली वो डिजिटली हो जाता है।
Alright, okay.
Correct. So we have supplied machines like that. It's not a very big chunk of business or anything like that. It's a novelty, more like a novelty thing, but it is happening.
आपने जो बोला है मंदिर का, उसमें और एक कंसेप्ट भी कर सकते हैं फॉर अगरबत्ती एंड कपूर एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, दैट कैन बी आल्सो डिस्पेंस, जो भगवान को लोग ऑफर करते हैं,
Correct.
दैट कैन बी प्लेस इनसाइड द मशीन डायरेक्टली, और फिर वो डिस्पेंस होके चला।
क्योंकि जब मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम वो वीडियो देखी ना तो मुझे काफ़ी वो यूनिक लगा, क्योंकि वेंडिंग मशीन फॉर अस मीन्स कि सिर्फ स्नैक्स हो गया या कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स हो गया या मतलब जो प्रोफेशनल थोड़ी चीज़ें, बट काफ़ी वो यूनिक था।
इसमें लिमिटेशन कोई है ही नहीं, आप रिक्वायरमेंट लाओ, प्रोडक्ट दिखाओ, बिकॉज हम अगर कोई यूनिक प्रोडक्ट आता है हम लोग सैंपल मांगते हैं हमारे एंड पर, सैंपल टेस्टिंग होता है, कैसे डिस्पेंस होता है, उसके बाद ही हम कमिट कर सकते हैं कि ये प्रोडक्ट सक्सेसफुल होगा या नहीं होगा।
And
अगर
what
कोई
kind
यूनिक
of
प्रोडक्ट आया है तो उसका कितना कैपेसिटी होगा, क्योंकि प्रोडक्ट वेरी होगा, कितना मतलब उसको वायबल भी होना चाहिए कि एक मशीन में सपोज 10-10 नंबर्स ही आ रहे हैं तो इट्स नॉट वायबल फॉर हिम टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस।
ऑलराइट, ओके।
इफ इट इज सपोज 200 नंबर्स इनसाइड अ सिंगल मशीन, तो फिर वो वायबल होगा उसके लिए भी।
ओके।
In terms of logistics, refilling of the machine, everything. So we guide people on this point as well. We don't just try to take someone's business just for the sale of one machine. We will evaluate everything before we give a commitment and help them, of course, along
we
the way.
educate the customer according to the industry.
Okay, that's good.
And for specifically their purpose, like what they are trying to achieve, like what kind of products they want to place, or where they see themselves in 1 year, or whether they are only planning to buy, let's say, 10 machines, then we would say that it won't be viable for you in the long term, because you need a larger number to make it a viable business. So we do guide them also, because we ourselves have operational experience now.
All right.
By operating in our city. So over time we've realized, what are the issues faced and what are the benefits of this.
तो सर फ्यूचर गोल्स क्या हैं आपके वेंडस्टॉप में? 5 इयर्स की अगर बात करें, नेक्स्ट 5 इयर्स के लिए आपके क्या विजन है कंपनी में?
See, personally, of course, like any other owner of a company, my vision is also to be the largest player in the segment. Okay. I would say that maybe I'm not there right now as an independent company, but we are in the top somewhere in terms of supplying machines and having machines working still, after a long period of time. It's not like people will use our machine for a few years and then stop using them. Okay. Because our machines have a long life of at least 8 years, and we have continued to support some of the older machines. The ones pre-VENDSTOP also, we are still supporting till date. So those are more than 12-13 years already. Oh. So we want to continue to be the top, not only the top machine supplier, but also the top service provider. Okay. So that's what I see for myself. And again, obviously not only for India, but at least the whole of Middle East as well.
Okay, आपने मेंशन किया मिडिल ईस्ट के बारे में भी,
yes,
कि आप वहाँ भी मशीन्स आप प्रोवाइड कराते हैं, तो थोड़ा उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं कि कैसे वहाँ पे होता है, क्या है सिस्टम?
Sure. So about 3 or 4 years ago, I had a thought that I wanted to start operations somewhere outside of India. Okay. So I was doing my research at the time, but frankly, we were also in a growing stage, like year on year. So I was quite busy with the whole operation here. So I didn't look much into it that time. But COVID actually gave me some time to go back to it, and then eventually take the leap into setting up a company there. After I did that, the first year, not the whole first year, but at least the first 4 or 5 months were purely research and meeting potential clients there and understanding the market. After that, we sent out a first batch of machines, and we were talking to one potential customer at the time, who was a relatively new vending operator. So he took a chance on us and bought few machines. Of course, we knew that the machines would work, because the working environment over there is actually much better than India also, in terms of power or the usage of the machine itself by the people and everything. So that was never a doubt. But he bought the machines, and very successfully is running them right now without a single issue. This gave me also a little more confident that okay, there could be something here. And over there, the market, of course, right now is dominated by European companies, which are very, very robust machines, very expensive also at the same time. So I wanted to create an awareness, or I would say I would want to promote my machine in a way where I am providing a machine which is, let's say, almost on par with the European machine in terms of quality and durability, but at a fraction of the cost. That was my idea. So that has helped us so far, and it's been proven now because people are using it. And over time, now in the last year, we've had 3 clients there who are buying from us regularly. And this year, we are on track to add new clients also. And because we have different qualities of machines as well, which not many people in India know because we never promote them here due to price restrictions. But in that market, we are open to supplying all those 3 levels of machines. And the higher level being as good as any European or American made machine. And of course, the cost would also be similar to those. But over there, we've realized that some people do want, that kind of quality, and they don't mind paying for it. So we are open to promoting all the 3 verticals there. I mean, all the 3 options there, all the 3 grades of the machine. And this year, we are, having a modest projection of 100, 200 machines in that market, which is not again a very big number, but for a first year of actual operations, it's a decent number.
Very big number.
Yeah. So that is what we are targeting now, and we have 3 or 4 clients.
सो एट लास्ट सर, हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए कोई मैसेज आपकी तरफ से जो वेंडिंग मशीन में आना चाहते हैं, इस बिजनेस से जुड़ना चाहते हैं?
So I would say that if you want to enter the vending machine business, we are always open to hearing from you, and we are always, all of us are always available to hear from anyone and offer our guidance on the subject.
मैं लास्ट में ऐसा सजेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि अगर जब आप वेंडस्टॉप की मशीन ले रहे हो कंपेयर टू कोई अदर ब्रांड, तो ऑन अ लॉन्गर रन 3 साल के बाद अगर देखोगे तो आपको वेंडस्टॉप का मशीन काफ़ी चीपर होगा कंपेयर टू कोई XYZ ब्रांड के साथ. हाँ, अभी आपने मार्केट से कोई रिफर्ब मशीन लिया होगा एज अ न्यू मशीन, तब आपको वो वास्ट डिफरेंस दिखेगा. बट वेंडस्टॉप एज अ ब्रांड न्यू मशीन ही सेल करता है.
तो दोस्तों, आज की वीडियो में बस इतना ही. मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आज की वीडियो में आपके वेंडिंग मशीन बिजनेस के मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सप्लाई से रिलेटेड काफ़ी सारे डाउट्स क्लियर हो गए होंगे. दोस्तों, जाने से पहले एक और बात, हमने वेंडस्टॉप की ही एक वेंडिंग मशीन VST01 का एक प्रॉपर डिटेल रिव्यू वीडियो बना रखा है, जिसका लिंक ऊपर आई बटन में है और इसके साथ साथ नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में भी. दोस्तों, वेंडिफाई के बारे में डिटेल में जानने के लिए विजिट करें हमारी वेबसाइट www.vendify.in पे. धन्यवाद.